Hello, welcome back to the Cyberspace Virtual Reality YouTube channel. Glad to have you. Thank you for supporting us, and let's get on right to it.
Yep. Today, we're going to be talking about kind of what's new in the VR industry, right? The HP Reverb G2 just dropped. They're shipping. And this is kind of a big deal, right? Like, this headset is this collaboration between interesting companies. It's really the next level in terms of VR hardware. It's what we expect the next generation to be on par with. So, right, it's high resolution, high refresh rate, and it doesn't require lighthouses or anything like that. It's a pretty awesome headset, but today we want to talk about why Valve specifically is helping with the HP Reverb G2 when it directly competes with their own headset, the Valve Index.
Right, that's a great question, especially because for a long time, throughout all of 2020, the Valve Index was the dominating headset in every realm, every spec. It totally destroyed everything. Go ahead and check out our HP Reverb versus Valve Index or Quest 2 versus Valve Index videos. We go into the specs of each of the headsets, and the Valve Index has been an industry VR headset dominator for a long time. So why would they go and help with the G2? You know, it doesn't make a ton of sense, especially since the G2 is now the reigning leader in resolution. It is much higher than the Valve Index's resolution. So why would they do that? Why would they help somebody else be better than what they currently have on the market?
So for me, when I look at Valve as a company as a whole, they don't just have hardware going for them, right? They've got a lot of other streams of income, especially software sales, right? So every time you buy a game on Steam, every time you sell a card on Steam, whatever it may be, Valve gets a cut. And I'm sure that is where they make the majority of their money, right? So they created their headset, then they released Half-Life Alyx with it. And if you haven't played Half-Life Alyx, I would really, really invite you to go play it.
One of the best games on the market.
Yeah, if not the best VR game I've ever played. Like, it is so fun.
Very well made.
So they made that game. It sells for $60, right? Anybody with a VR headset should buy that game, right? That's should be one of the first purchases you make. So in my opinion, what Valve is doing here is they're trying to have a high quality experience for a low cost and kind of push a little bit of the responsibility for the marketing, for the hardware maintenance, the customer service, all those things onto other companies while still helping them to make sure that they're well integrated with the Steam VR experience so that their games will be purchased on Steam.
Mm-hmm. I think that Valve is a very, very smart company. They understand that they have a very specific market share. They have the top-notch headset on the market, $1,000. Not everybody's going to, logistically, they know that they cannot capture the full market having a top-tier headset like that.
Right.
So what can they do? They can help invest in smaller headsets, cheaper headsets, that are going to get people to buy their software. I think that's a really cool idea.
Right. This is similar with the DecaGear headset we spoke of before. Valve is helping with that. This is it's a very smart business decision, and it honestly makes me super happy because we need, as VR enthusiasts, and if you're watching this video, you should be a VR enthusiast, you need companies that not only fight for themselves to stay afloat so that they can produce awesome hardware and software, but also work well with each other. Right. And Valve is playing very nice, and I really, really love that.
That is super awesome. That's super nice because in other industries, let's say social media, for example, there's the big boys out there that buy out anybody that even dares to compete with them or just drowns them. I remember Vine. Vine totally got drowned. It just got wrecked when it started getting popular because the big boy came and messed it all up. I'm glad that's not the case in the virtual reality industry, at least not at this point. That gives me a lot of hope. It shows to me that Valve is passionate about the industry and about what virtual reality holds for the future. It could definitely shape and mold our society.
Absolutely.
So that's really cool that they're investing some of their time, money, resources into making sure that it stays afloat and that it's balanced, because they could easily buy out every other headset, every other company, potentially, and just have their expensive product, and it would wreck a lot of what's going on.
Worst case scenario for Valve, right, is that they don't sell any more Valve Indexes, right? They helped this HP Reverb. They don't ever sell a Valve Index ever again. But hey, that headset's awesome. There's a lot more competition in the world, right? The more competition, the more people that are fighting about these headsets and trying to figure out which one's best and buying them all, the better they are, because they are selling to not just the Valve Index, but they're selling to everybody with a headset, and that is amazing.
Right.
So that's kind of the first point, right? They're selling software. If they play nice with others, then people are going to buy their products anyway. The second reason is I believe that Valve is setting themselves up to instantly take the market, right? So like everyone's buying the HP Reverb G2, even the people that bought the Valve Index, right? They're like, oh, well, I'll just get this new headset that's high resolution. Not the same refresh rate, but pretty dang good. All these things, right? But maybe they're going to release the Valve Index 2 or whatever it may be, and we made a video about this. Go check it out. We talked about what we expect out of the Valve Index 2. But they're going to release, not going to, but I think they might release a Valve Index 2 in the next year or so, right? Let the market settle a little bit on the G2.
Yeah.
Come out with a headset that just beats it in every single way, right? Better controllers, better resolution, better refresh rate, better field of view, more comfortable, and maybe a similar price point. And then everyone that bought a G2 is like, well, dang.
Yeah, I've had my G2 for a year. It's time to get an upgrade, time to get the newest thing.
Right.
And then they just take the market by storm.
Right. So
interesting.
Maybe they're gearing up for that. You know, they want to get everybody to buy this G2 so that they're not buying the Oculus Quest 2. Because I think that is a big fear of Valve, right? Oculus, I love the Oculus Quest 2. I think it's a great headset, but the issue is Oculus kind of sucks away the market, right? They're like, you have to play our games, you have to be in our environment, you have to have a Facebook account, you have to, play on our platform, whereas Steam is kind of open platform, which is what they want.
Yeah.
So that more people will buy their stuff. You see where I'm getting with this? So they want to beat the market in Oculus, but they aren't necessarily ready to launch a Valve Index 2, so they're helping other people, trying to get more people in the market.
That's really interesting. I think there's a lot of potential for that because like the Oculus Quest 2 is amazing. We've made a ton of videos about it. There's a lot of revolutionary things that they've done, but they're also getting a lot of heat. They've been banning their users who can't verify their Facebook account. They're really forcing you to do it their way. So there's some heat there. Sure, it's cheap. Sure, it's revolutionary. And then there's on the other side of the coin, there's the G2. And sure, it's awesome. Sure, it's revolutionary in its own way. But what if the Index 2 can come kind of in the middle and be like, hey, we're the new best.
Yep.
We're not $1,000 anymore. We are $500, and you don't have to have a Facebook account. We have better resolution, better field of view, better refresh rate than anything, and we're at a better price point. Maybe not better than the Oculus Quest 2 because that's just insane. But like I think that could be a reason why.
Yep.
They're passionate about the VR industry. They want it to stay afloat. They want to help these companies succeed. But also they have their own software, like we mentioned, that they're getting money from anyway. So the more headsets on the market, the more chances they have for people to buy their games. And then thirdly, they're setting themselves up for success in the future with the launch of the new headset.
Right. I think it was one of the Valve, someone in a leadership position basically said, there's a lot of room for VR to grow. Only about 2% of Steam users have a VR headset or something like that. And that is so critical, right? So they're like, okay, we need to get VR to the masses because it's so fun and addictive. We know that people will take it on, and they will be buying more games. It'll open it up to more people, right? Because, not everybody is the type of person that's going to sit down and play World of Warcraft or whatever, or play Warframe or whatever, CSGO for hours on end. But I feel like a lot more people are willing to put on a VR headset and play some like Superhot or Beat Saber or some other fitness game or Half-Life Alyx or watch 3D movies or whatever it may be.
You feel better about yourself when you spend hours playing VR because it's at least somewhat physical.
So they need to drive down the price of VR headsets, and the way to do that is to help as many people develop headsets as possible. And then you have this huge open source VR realm where anybody and their dog can design a headset, release it, and they have automatic software support from Valve. Yeah. And they'll be right there to pick up the check from when their customers buy software. So
that's a great point. Yeah, that's a really good point. But tell us what you guys think. Let us know in the comments. What do you think is the reason that Valve is partnering with the G2 and DecaGear and some of these other newer headsets? Does it really make sense to you? Let us know what you think and if you agree with our analysis.
Yep.
If you disagree, let us know as well. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Anything you want to add?
Absolutely. Just please subscribe. We're going to be having a lot more speculation just like this on our channel, lots more news, and we're going to be doing some game stuff here soon too. So
just
stay
got a
tuned.
green screen, so quality of videos is going to go up, and a lot more gaming is going to go up. Should be really good. So we're excited for it. We're glad that you guys are here. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far in the video, we appreciate that. Subscribers, thank you for giving us the motivation to invest more in this YouTube channel. And we hope we can continue providing you value.
Yep.
So.
And with that, we'll see you next time.